Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Liaquat Zaman and this is my channel Roots of Knowledge. If it's the first time you've come on this channel, check out the videos I make. If you're interested in the Arabic language and hadith and fiqh and various topics, then subscribe, hit the like button and hit the bell button for updates. Right, so I don't want to make this too long. We are covering the Diwan of Imam Shafi rahimahullah ta'ala. And the poem I have selected for you guys today is a poem about the importance of fulfilling the rights of other people. Right? So fulfilling the rights of other people, more specifically, it's the financial rights of other people. So he says, أرى راحة للحق عند قضائه ويثقل يوما إن تركت على عمدي وحسبك حظا أن ترى غير كاذب وقولك لم أعلم وذاك من الجهد ومن يقضي حق الجار بعد ابن عمه وصاحبه الأدنى على القرب والبعد يعش سيدا يستعذب الناس ذكره وإن نابه حق أتوه على قصد. He says, أرى راحة. I see راحة. I see rest and relaxation. راحة, right? It's the opposite of مشقة. I see راحة in للحق when it comes to rights عند قضائه, when the rights are fulfilled. Meaning, let's say you have to do something for someone. Instead of procrastinating and delaying it and delaying it and delaying it, if you do it as quick as possible, أرى راحة, I feel you're going to feel relaxation and rest because you've done it. It's like removing a burden from your back. ويثقل يوما إن تركت على عمدي. And يثقل, ثقل يثقل, it becomes heavy, burdensome. In يوما, on a day, if you leave it, إن تركته على عمدي. على عمد means deliberately. So let's say, for example, you can fulfill someone's right, but you don't, you deliberately leave it, then in that situation, this day becomes burdensome for you. It's like that kind of situation where you're supposed to do your work, right? And then you say, oh, you know what, forget it, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. And then the longer you leave it, the longer you stress and the longer you worry and start to become concerned about it. So it becomes burdensome. يثقل يوما إن تركت على عمدي. And if this has happened with you, if you can relate to this as well, put it in the comments and give us an example of how you've kind of delayed something or you delay some things and how it kind of becomes stressful for you. وَحَسْبُكَ حَظًّا. Hasbuka in Arabic means it's enough for you, right? Sufficient for you. يَكْفِيكَ. Hasbuka حَظًّا. حَظًّا, I mean, in English we'd probably say something like fortune. Hasbuka, it's enough to be fortunate. Hasbuka حَظًّا. Hasbuka ilman, hasbuka qadran, right? So this is a kind of word that's used in this fashion, like a tamyiz in Arabic grammar. Hasbuka kada, yeah. Hasbuka haddan, it's enough for you. An tura ghayra kadhibin, that you are seen as not a liar, meaning you are seen as truthful. Okay, hasbuka actually also comes in the Quran. If you know where it comes in the Quran, put it in the comments. Hasbuka, right? Put it in the Quran. So hasbuka haddan an tura ghayra kadhib. Tura means majhul, means you are seen, or it can also mean you are believed to be, right? The word ra'a yara can also mean that as well. And it's interesting, like Arabs say ura kadha, adhunnu kadha, I think like this. Wa qawluka lam a'lam. And your statement, when you say lam a'lam, I didn't know I was supposed to help so and so, I didn't know I was supposed to give my homework in, I didn't know. So if you say I didn't know, وَذَاكَ مِنَ الْجُهْدِ, that is something which is like really like juhd, mashaqqa, hardship. In other words, it's going to be hardship on other people when you deny them their rights. So if you're not supporting someone you're supposed to support, like your children or your wife or your your parents, you're not supporting them, then this is going to become like hard on them. It's going to become juhud for them, right? So you saying, oh, I didn't know, that's not enough. So hasbuka haddan, and it's enough to be fortunate, an tura ghayra kadhib, that you are seen as not being a liar, meaning people in the community say, this guy doesn't lie, he fulfills his promises, he fulfills his rights. But if you say to people, I didn't know, this just puts burden on them, right? It just makes them feel uncomfortable. وَمَنْ يَقْضِي حَقَّ الْجَارِ بَعْدِ ابْنِ عَمِّهِ. And whoever fulfills, قَضَى يَقْضِي, whoever fulfills حَقَّ الْجَار. Jar Not Arabic, jar majroor. Jar means neighbor. Yeah, your neighbor. Your neighbor is called the jar, plural is jiran. Whoever fulfills the rights of the jar, ba'd ibn ammihi, after his uncle's son. Uncle's son, it basically means what we call cousin. So after a person has fulfilled the rights of the cousin, if they fulfill the rights of the neighbor, yeah, so وَمَن يَقْضِ, whoever fulfills, whoever does ada of the rights of the jar, ba'd ibn ammihi, after the rights of his cousin, وَصَاحِبِهِ الْأَدْنَى, and his close companion. Close companion can be your spouse, it can be the people that you're very close to. عَلَى الْقُرْبِ, those who are close to you, and those who are عَلَى الْبُعْدِ, those who are far away from you. So sahib in the Arabic language is a word that's used for something that's very close to something. Sahib al-adna al-qurb al-bu'd. So therefore, what this basically is in reference to is a verse in the Quran. If you know the verse in the Quran, sahib, I'm giving you a clue there, put it in the comments. Let's see which one of you guys can get this. So وَصَاحِبِهِ الْأَدْنَى al-qurbi wal-bu'di. So what does this mean then? He's saying whoever fulfills the rights of people in order of priority. So who is the most important person that you should be supporting? Your relatives, like your cousins, right? And then who else? Oh, your neighbors. And then who else? Oh, then the people that have rights over you from close to far, right? Whether they are your relatives, close relatives, or others. Not necessarily wife. Wife is like more important, right? If you're a husband, and children are obviously right at the top of the list, and parents as well. So he's not indicating that that's like already. So he says, whoever does this, ya'ish sayyidan, asha ya'ishu, this person will live a life as a sayyid. Sayyid means like the leader of a people. Why? Because, not everyone is qualified to be a leader, but everyone enjoys to be treated like, royalty. They enjoy to be treated like someone with status. So he's saying, if you do all these, people will automatically love you, and they will put you on top of their heads, and they'll give you that status. يَسْتَعْذِبُ النَّاسُ ذِكْرَهُ. إِسْتَعْذَبَ يَسْتَعْذِبُ إِسْتِعْذَابِ. Right? It means to find something حلو, sweet. And عذب, الماء العذب, the Arabs say, الماء العذب is also something which is found. So استعذب يستعذب means to find, يعني طلب شيء عذبا, right? So to seek something as being sweet. Adhab, interestingly, comes from the same word, but adhab, which means torture, is actually the removal of azb, right? So the salbul azb. So when the azb is removed from something, what's left is adhab. So he's saying, يَسْتَعْذِبُ النَّاسُ ذِكْرَهُ. People will find his mentioning as sweet. It's like an English way of saying, or in English we would say something like, they love mentioning him. They love talking good about him. وَإِن نَابَهُ حَقٌّ. نَابَ يَنُوبُ, it means to take place, right? نَابَ يَنُوبُ. So it means, like someone takes someone's place. Naib, you say, like Naib. This person is so-and-so's Naib. Naib al-Rais, the vice president. So نَابَهُ حَقٌّ. Haqq previously meant something which is a right of someone. Here it's in respect to calamities. So the Arabs actually call a calamity nawaib al-haq, the sort of like the real things that happen in life, like torrential rain is nawaib al-haq, you losing your health, nawaib al-haq, losing your job maybe, nawaib al-haq. Nawaib al-haq has a very, very sort of like specific connotation to problems in life basically. And this is also, if you know the hadith where this is mentioned, put it in the comments, where this is used. Nawaib al-haq. Atawhu ala qasd. Atawhu means they come to him deliberately, intentionally. So what does that mean? So this guy who fulfills people's rights, if this guy is affected with a problem one day, people will rush, atawhu, they would rush to him to help him. Right? And sometimes if someone's been very kind in the community to you, or a really good person, something happens to them, you just want to kind of drop everything and just run and help them. That's what he's saying basically. So this guy would ya'ish sayyidan, number one, this person would live as a sayyid, as a leader. Number two, يَسْتَعْذِبُ النَّاسُ ذِكْرَهُ. People would love talking good about him. And number 3, وَإِن نَابَهُ حَقٌّ أَتَوْهُ, and if any sort of calamity befell him, أَتَوْهُ, they would come to him, they would all rush to him, على قصد, على قصد means like deliberately. فعلت هذا على قصد, يعني قاصدا متعمدا, yeah, deliberately, like not accidentally going to him, but really kind of dropping everything and going to him. So that's it, guys. All right, let me just touch up upon this poem a little bit more in detail. So ara rahatan, this is like ara rahatan, this is a nice Arabic way of saying like, you know, ara rahatan, you know, I find something raha, relaxed, and you know. So it's nice how the Arabs use this type of word. In English, what would we say in English? You feel, you know, you feel burdenless. You feel free. Maybe, I don't know, put in the comments what people would say there. But the Arabs, they use this word raha a lot for a nice state that people are in. People like being in this state of raha, ara rahatan. And also the word ara'a yara can also mean seeing with the eyes, and it can also mean seeing with your mind as well, like your views. They say, for example, like هذا رأي أبي حنيفة, هذا رأي مالك, هذا رأي شافعي, هذا رأي أحمد. Yeah, رأي. And يثقل, ثقل يثقل, it means to literally become heavy, like a luggage bag. If you put loads of stuff in there and you take it to the airport and they weigh it, you say هذا ثقيل. But ثقل is used for something that becomes like heavy on you, stressful, burdensome. So it's like more metaphorical heaviness. And ala amd and ala qasd are used here, which kind of mean the same thing, right? Which is like deliberate. So Arabs will say something like this, ala amd, فعلت هذا على عمد, or you can just say فعلت هذا عمدا, right? حسبك حظا, حسبك is something which comes in the Quran, right? So like I gave you an exercise to do, you can do that. But حسبك, you can say, for example, حسبك can also be used like this as well. You can also say to someone, حسبك حسبك, enough, بس خلاص, stop. حسبك. حسبك حظا, like it's interesting how they kind of like, the Arabs, they see something as being fortunate and misfortunate. This guy is fortunate because of his status. This guy is fortunate. Right? It's enough for you to do this, the Arabs say. It's like, you probably heard this quite a lot as well. You know, this ayah is حسبك هذه الآية. This ayah is enough for you. You know, acting upon this ruling in Islam is enough for you. Hasbuka, right? So hasbuka is a very common thing that is used. The other thing is, lying is a very bad thing in the community. So in all communities, no one likes liars. But in this particular sort of like scenario, he's kind of emphasizing how lying and not fulfilling your promises on time are kind of closely connected, right? So the Arabs hated lies, even like the real evil ones. They hated liars, right? And they didn't want to be liars themselves. Here also, مَن يَقْضِي حَقَّ الْجَارِ, right? حَقَّ الْجَارِ. So these kind of rights of neighbors and rights, these are sort of like Islamic concepts which have been existing even before the revelation of the Quran. People understood the rights of other people, but Islam came and emphasized them, gave them like virtues, gave them high status and importance in the religion itself, right? So you have various degrees of people that you have to show rights to. And then this idea of like Ya'ish Sayyidan, Sayyid is like a concept the Arabs have, although Arabs didn't usually have like a leader, but Sayyid is considered to be someone who is of a high status in the community. And the last thing was the Nabahul Haq, and I explained that the Arabs considered to be all calamities to be like something which was considered to be like a truth. Anyway, I thought maybe I'll explain after every dars, maybe I'll explain it in a bit in Arabic. What do you guys think? هل توافقونني على هذا الأمر؟ يعني لو شئتم وإن شئتم أني أشرح هذه الأبيات باللغة العربية لكم، يعني بطريقة سهلة لا أثقل عليكم إن شاء الله تعالى، فممكن لي أن أزيد في هذه يعني دروس شيئا من العربية حتى يستفيد منه بعض من يريد أن يتمرن في سماع لغة العربية. لأني كنت من قبل، عندما لو تذكرتم أني كنت من قبل أشرح الشعر الكامل، يعني الأبيات الكاملة باللغة العربية، ولكن بعض الناس يعني توصلوا بي وقالوا لي يعني من فضلك لو شرحته بالإنجليزية كان فائدته أشمل، فغيرت أسلوبي بالنسبة هذا. فإذا كان هناك أحد يعني يرغب في شرح هذه الأبيات باللغة العربية فاكتبوا في تعليقات من فضلكم، وإن شاء الله ممكن أبدأ هذا من الدرس الفيديو الآتي إن شاء الله تعالى. لكن إذا كان أكثر الناس هناك يقولون أنهم لا يريدون التطويل والملل في هذه يعني السلسلة المسلسل، فلا بأس إن شاء الله سأكتفي بالإنجليزية، وممكن أجعل هناك مقطع آخر باللغة العربية فقط. نعم. طيب. Okay, so let's read this poem then. أرى راحة للحق عند قضائه، ويثقل يوما إن تركت على عمدي، وحسبك حظا أن ترى غير كاذبي، وقولك لم أعلم وذاك من الجهد، ومن يقضي حق الجار بعد ابن عمه، وصاحبه الأدنى على القرب والبعد، يعش سيدا يستعذب الناس ذكره، وإن نابه حق أتوه على قصدي. جزاكم الله خير guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and inshallah I will see you guys next time. Hit the like button, share, and thank you very much to my patrons for all your support. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khair for watching this video. I hope to see all of you guys. If you guys are interested, please leave us feedback, get in contact with us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khair guys for all of your support. Without your support, I wouldn't have been able to produce the videos that I've put up on my YouTube channel. And there is so much more that I really want to do. And without the support of you guys who are patrons, generously supporting this channel, I've been able to get myself a camera, which as you guys can see, the quality of this camera, a mic system, software, I've been able to hire an editor. So what do I want to do? I want to make lots and lots and lots of more videos for beginners, for intermediate, advanced in the subjects like Arabic and fiqh and hadith and tafsir and aqidah and all those other things as well. And for this to happen, again, this channel needs support. So if you guys want to become patrons and support this channel, then check out the link below. Also, if you do become patrons, you'll have access to videos that I don't put up on my normal YouTube channel. So check that out inshallah, and there's most other perks as well that you guys can benefit from. And if you want to access this channel through social media, we've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, Facebook page, and other things as well that you can visit. So Jazakumullah khair again guys, thank you very much for your support. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.